Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. This video is brought to you by Born to Box from the good brother Curtis Schoon. This documentary is a documentary about the sport of boxing from the perspective of trainers, fighters, and boxing insiders. www.borntoboxfilm.com. Make sure you check it out, and soon we'll have the good brother Curtis Schoon on the channel to discuss the film. Now, Jay, Gervonta Davis, it has been confirmed that Gervonta Davis is willing to move up to 140 pounds with no rehydration clause to face Devin Haney. How do we know that, Jay? Well, Richardson Hitchens has confirmed that Gervonta Davis has told him that he's willing to move up to 140 with no rehydration clause to face Devin Haney, and he did so on Mill City. Now, that is an interesting statement from Richardson Hitchens in regards to Gervonta Davis. My question would be, when did he say that? When did you have that discussion? Now, we know Richardson Hitchens has a relationship with both Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis because we've seen them in the video, and then they was up in there, popping and all that other stuff that they were doing that video. So he got a relationship with both of these guys. When did he say that to you? That's the important thing, right? And I don't know if Mill City addressed that in any other subsequent videos or anything of that nature, but that is very important because did he say that in the last couple of weeks or since the actual fight when we discovered that Devin Haney came in at 165 pounds, which is 25 pounds over the 140 limit? We know that we had Coach Kenny Ellis on the channel, and he told us specifically that he can fight Devin at 140 pounds, but there has to be some kind of stipulation in there. He can't go up 25 pounds. And so when I think about that, maybe Tank said that, I don't know, before the fight. Maybe he said it recently, but we already know that the people that are around him, his team is probably going to push back on the notion that he's going to give up a 25-pound advantage to fight Devin Haney being the A side. That would be my thought. So even if Tank is saying, yeah, man, I'd do it, the team is probably going to say, man, why would you make that kind of concession, giving up that kind of advantage to Devin Haney when he already is going to come into the ring with a reach and height advantage as well? Why give up so many or why create such disparity when you're the A side? So we'll see. But I thought that was pretty interesting from Richardson Hitchens. Jay, what's your thoughts on that? Do you believe that, Tank would be willing to go up to 140 without a rehydration clause? I always thought he'd be willing to move up to 140 just for a fight with Devin Haney, but I was just always under the impression that Devin Haney was just a big lightweight. I didn't realize that really he's at least Devin could fight at 54, man. Honestly, when you really think about it. So, Jay, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, the key with that is knowing when it was said, if it was before or after. And quite honestly, I mean, my only concern with the weight increase by Devin is not that his punching power, it's his weight, is added weight to the lean on Tank, the lean on his opponent, whether it be Tank or anyone else. That's what I wonder how that would be if Devin would use that leverage. Now, granted, he didn't use that at all.
Devin doesn't fight like that.
He didn't have to use that at all. That's just my mindset. I'm not going to want to give anyone an advantage over me if I can help it. It's still, to me, whether it was Tank or anyone else, it's still, to me, it's just crazy to come in 25 pounds over the contracted weight. You made the weight, cool. It just seems unhealthy. And this, to me, it's unhealthy on all sides of the spectrum, whether it's Devin Haney or it's unfair to his opponent. I'm thinking from that way there. But for Tank to say that, and Richard Hitchens is a confirm it, saying that Tank told him that several times. I like that approach, because then people can't give it an excuse no more. If Tank goes in there and allows Devin to rehydrate, can't have that excuse no more. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously Devin was hitting a little bit harder, seemed like, against Regis, but I don't think it's going to turn into a one-punch knockout artist by having that weight like that. Now the key is what would Tank rehydrate to? If he comes in at 140, will he rehydrate to 150? 152, so it's a 13-pound disadvantage he has against Devin. We have to think about that as well. But most importantly on this conversation here is, when did Tank say it? Was it before or after the fight? You know, he may have changed his mind after the fight. It's like, man, I didn't realize he was coming in 25 pounds over the weight. I can only gain like 10 pounds over the scheduled weight, you know, when I rehydrate. So I wouldn't want to go in being the A side, giving up a lot of concessions, especially such as weight like that. I would make it be where you can rehydrate. You just can't rehydrate 25 pounds. Got to keep it close to what I'm going to rehydrate to, you know, so that we're on an even playing field on that. You know, I think that's fair, but I definitely glad to see that he's saying that he'll go up to 140, because that kills the notion that people are trying to say that all he wants to do is just weight drain Devin and bring him back down to 135. Although Devin was at 135 just 2 fights ago. You know, it's not that, but we know Devin's a big 135, big guy anyway at 135 and 140. He even said it was hard for him to make 140. You know, so we'll see. I mean, if it happens, I'd be happy as hell. You know, I mean, like you said, his people, Tank's people per se, they're not going to be the ones that's going to go along to give that concession, because when you're the A side, you want to have everything in your favor. You know, so if I'm Tank team, I'm like, look, if I'm going to let you come in with a no rehydration clause, we got to take more money. You know, because you're coming in with you have all the other advantages. Now I'm gonna give you a weight advantage. Well, I need some more. I need to take more money. You got to take less money in this fight here, and this is what I'm going to offer you. Boom. Take it or leave it. You said you wanted the same deal as Ryan. Ryan had rehydration clause in his. You don't want that? Okay, then you're not getting the same deal as Ryan. You're not getting the same amount of percentage or anything like that. You're getting less. Because I'm giving you a concession. I'm giving you trying to meet you some part of the way. Actually, I'm giving you everything. You know, pretty much except for the dollar amount. You said you won't come down to 135, 140 it is, and no rehydration clause. Then you're gonna take this amount. You know, it'd be a fair amount, but it won't be what Ryan got. Ryan also had a lot more people eyeballs on him from what he brought to the table to make it that fight such a mega fight with him and Ryan. I mean, with him and Tank without Ryan having a belt. So, but I like it. I think this is trending in the right direction. You know, we'll see how things go. You know, see if Tank comes out and talks more about it. You know, I kind of doubt it. More so be his team, because Tank really don't talk too much about the business side of it like that. More than likely, he might tweet, and then, you know, he deletes. You know, he's known for that. He admits to doing that. So that's just what Tank does. But I like it. I think it's in the right direction.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's not going to be the next fight, because it seems like Tank is having some difficulties, just getting out of Baltimore to train. So maybe he'll be able to get that resolved in 2024. And we know that Devin is in the midst of actually negotiating a fight with Ryan Garcia, and we'll see what that materializes to. But, you know, we'll see what ends up happening. I think it's a possibility this fight can happen in 2024. I was a little bit more doubtful before, but if Tank truly is willing to do so, he might just make those concessions and go ahead and make that fight. And it will be a great time to make that fight, too, if Devin Haney fights Ryan Garcia and is victorious in that fight. Specifically, if Devin looks good. Then if Devin looks good, that'll be a perfect time. And you should absolutely make that fight. That would be the absolute best time to make that fight, to be quite honest with you. Absolutely. So you guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to what Richardson Hitchens had to say about Gervonta Davis and his willingness to move to 140 with no rehydration clause to face Devin Haney. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. And go check out Born to Box, www.borntoboxfilm.com. Check it out. The good brother Curtis Scoon's latest project. It's a good one. Until next time, peace.